Welcome back, everyone, to the program. Now, let's first bring you some of your stories in brief. We begin in Nasarawa State, where the governor, Tanko Almakura, he has refuted online reports of debts owed by the state, which indicated that the state is owing 70 billion naira. He was speaking during the inauguration of the State Transition Committee at the Government House in Lafia. He countered the allegations, insisting that no one is owing his government. Rather, between 2011 to 2016, he has cleared inherited debt of over 40 billion naira.
Not something to rely upon. Those of you that are here know what effort.
Well, let's take you to Akwa Ibom State, where the governor, Mr. Odom Emmanuel, has signed the 2019 appropriation bill of 672.984 billion naira into law. Governor Emmanuel signed the budget in a brief ceremony at the ESCO chambers of the Government House in Uyo. Well, since the conduct of the March 9th governorship and state assembly election, as well as the National Assembly supplementary elections in Imo State, the office of INEC has continued to play host to peaceful protests by different groups following the controversy surrounding the outcome of the election. The recent one is by a group of protesters from Okigwe North Federal Constituency who came on a peaceful protest calling on INEC to declare the APGA candidate in the Okigwe North Federal House of Representative election, Chikwam Onoha, the winner of the election, having scored the highest votes during the collation of results. The protesters alleged that there were manipulations in the figures and INEC should release the results of some wards which they claim have been cancelled in the area. They're urging INEC to declare the APGA candidate the winner of the election without further delay.
We're asking for the, collation of legitimately cast votes, the legitimately cast votes which are in our favor. We want this election, so we have not been declared. That's why you see men and women, old and young.
We won 200 over 36. How can you use that one to say that Chukwuemono has failed? So we want to that. It's not acceptable. We don't want violence. We are here, men and women. We want peaceful demonstration. If you people can use your good office, INEC, use your good office to give us our mandate.
We have already petitioned INEC. INEC headquarters. We also copied over here. So why is it that where is it that this particular petition has not been looked into? Looking at the urgency of the matter. Looking at the urgency of the matter. Because I don't know what the electorate has said. If they're going to give this issue, the accelerated action that they deserve, so that we get these results before swearing in.
While staying in Imo State, 47 political parties that participated in the governorship election in the state have vowed to seek redress in court over the declaration of the PDP governorship candidate, Emeka Hedioha, as winner of the March 9th governorship election in Imo State. Addressing newsmen in Owerri, the state capital, the chairman and governorship candidates of the various political parties involved described the declaration of Mr. Hedioha as an outright disregard to the Constitution of Nigeria and a rape of democracy.
Any candidates that will be declared governor in Imo must have to thought and have widespread margin in all the local governments. A section of the state produce half of the votes. And this is not what the kind of democracy the future Imo citizens want and the Nigerian citizens want. We are also using this opportunity to call on the national chairman of INEC to withhold the certificate of return and make sure that all these anomalies is redressed as quickly as possible.
This is Channels Television's breaking news.
Well, News Just In says that resumption of collation and announcement of results in Rivers State to be done between the 2nd and the 5th of April. Supplementary elections, where necessary, will now hold on the 13th of April, while issuance of all outstanding certificates of return will be concluded on the 19th of March. And of course, on the Imo West Senatorial District, the Commission insists it will not issue a certificate of return to Rochas-Okorocha. And since Rochas has taken the matter to court, the Commission will wait for the verdict of the court and will be ready to obey the court's verdict. The supervising national commissioners to issue the certificate will be announced before Wednesday. So this is to remind you, News Just In, resumption of collation and announcements of results in Rivers State will be done between the 2nd and the 5th of April 2019. Supplementary election, they say, where necessary, will now hold on the 13th of April, while issuance of all outstanding certificates of return will be concluded on the 19th of April. Also on the Imo West Senatorial District, the Electoral Commission, they've insisted they will not issue a certificate of return to Rochas-Okorocha, and since he has taken the matter to court, they will wait for the court's verdict. That's the latest news just coming in now with regards to Rivers and, of course, Imo West Senatorial District. Well, now the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, they have arraigned a suspected vote bias before an Ilorin High Court. Well, the first charge against the accused, Mr. Abdulsalam Abdul Qadir, is that he conspired with another suspect who is said to be at large to provide 120,000 naira to influence voters during the last governorship election at the College of Education in Ilorin in Kwara State. The second charge was that he provided the same amount to influence voters, and the accused person pleaded not guilty. Prosecuting counsel Nemeka Omewa is asking that the accused be remanded in prison custody. But the defense counsel, Mr. Mohammed, is, however, asking for bail for the accused since it is not a capital offence. And this was granted on administrative bail, and that it will not jump bail since the punishment of the offence, if convicted, will not be more than 3 years. Alternatively, he should be remanded in the EFCC custody. Well, Justice Sikiru Onyuloye thereafter denied bail for the accused on the ground that it was not properly filed. He directed the accused person to be remanded in Mandala prison and adjourned the case till the 28th of this month. And now federal lawmakers in the Senate, they've kicked against what they describe as the massive use of the military in the 2019 general elections. This follows a motion sponsored by Senator Dino Melaye warning of the growing militarization of the nation's electoral process and what he terms the inconsistent application of electoral laws by INEC at the polls. Our correspondent Lydia Kigbe reports.
This is the second time senators are reacting in this manner to a motion condemning the use of the military in the 2019 general elections.
Can you please give me a chance? With all these indices and yardstick.
Senator Dino Melaye had raised a point of order last Wednesday, March 13, requesting that his motion on the role of the military in the 2019 elections be debated. Fast forward to Wednesday, March 19, Senator Melaye presents his motion at plenary, warning that the militarization of the country's electoral process could spell danger to democracy.
As witnessed in the recent national elections 2019, where the presence of the use of extreme military force akin to a war campaign was applied in electoral polling stations and the declaration of inconclusive elections as a term.
The Senate Majority Leader, in his contribution, notes that Nigeria's electoral process needs some work.
What we need to do is to look at those issues raised. Which ones can we provide legislative intervention?
But the full extent of the displeasure of some lawmakers to the motion is seen when the Minority Leader contributes to the debate.
Rigging was legalized. Vote buying was the order of the day. We need to look into it. And the only arm of government that can do that is the legislature. We are regulating INEC. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, you are minority. You are minority.
Point of order. The election should have no business here. Debate should not be on the elections.
The Senate President intervenes. He reads the resolutions contained in the motion, but it's a competition between members of the two main parties for their voices to be heard.
Prayer 3, direct the Senate Committee on INEC to investigate all perceived inconsistent applications of electoral law by INEC in the 2019 elections. Those in favor of prayer 3 say aye. Those against say nay. Ayes have it.
One of the resolutions in the motion is for the Senate to urge President Buhari to assent to the recent amendment to the Electoral Act for a level playing field and adoption of equal standards in elections. Although this resolution is passed, it's clear that it is not supported by all the legislators. Linda Kibe, Channels Television News.
Well, you have been served on Lunchtime Politics. Many thanks for watching. I'm Millicent Onwoka. Join the conversation at Channels Television on Twitter and, of course, on Instagram. Many thanks for watching.